Math worksheet, how to fill it out. We have a three-step process as you can see here. First, you're going to use Annotate or a pen tool. If you have the handout in class, you're going to be able to write on it. And so the pen or pencil tool, if you're working online, you must use an Annotate tool. And I would recommend that you download a tool from your Chromebook to be able to write on the digital copy. I will also show you how to use the Annotate tool in Zoom. Second step, you're going to do a self-check. All of my math worksheet, or most of it, will have a self-check section where you're going to decode a message. Always check your answers, and I cannot emphasize how important this process is because I don't want you to do number 1 to number 20 and then ending up on number 20 finding out, oops, I have been doing it all wrong and it's all a waste. So when given the opportunity to work with the worksheet where you have to decode a message, make sure to check your answers and make sure to find out what mistake you usually make, learn from it, don't repeat the mistakes, and move on. You can see on this board right here, we have the answer for to replace X. So 6 times 4 is 24. We double check that way. And then we can also fill in the message where the answer is. See, all the 4, I will replace it with the letter O for that answers. And then in the end, the message needs to make sense. If I misspell a letter, it would be our place. And you can double check that number or that letter with the problem so that you can see, okay, what mistake did I do here? And don't repeat the mistakes. That way, on the quiz or test, you can get the correct answers. It doesn't belong in this one because this sentence doesn't make sense with that letter. So that's how you can go back to that problem to double check. The third step is to make sure that you take a picture of your completed handout. And with the distant learning, you're going to turn in. If I give you the assignment turn in Canvas, you're going to turn it in there. If I don't give you the assignment to turn in Canvas, you are going to upload the completed notes and completed work together in your math composition notebook in your Google Drive until Ms. Nong create the math notebook turn in for you to turn in. Keep all of your math notes and math work together in the cereal box, in the math composition notebook, or in your Google Drive, or all of the above until June. Don't throw anything away. If you do, you're going to throw it away at your own risk because you might be asked to pull it out so Ms. Nong can re-input it into the computer to get full credits. Okay? If you don't have it, you'll have to redo it. So keep it until June. Student, in the physical class, Ms. Nong can hand you a worksheet or papers and you can work on it. We call this WS for worksheets, okay? Distant learning, when you have a way to print it out, I would strongly recommend that you print it out and then you can use your pen or pencil and work on it. You want to show all the work that you can. Sometimes it's not possible to show your work. Most of the time, we can show the work. We must show work, always. So when you get a worksheet, one of the way that you will see is that, like right here where my mouse is circling it, you get a blue link. When you click on it, it will ask you to make a copy into your Google Drive. So you are going to click on this blue button, make a copy, and you will get it in your Google Drive. Sometime you will click on it and you will see down here, right down here, on the bottom of my pictures, I'm going to go ahead and drag bubble right on top of it. See, right here. So you have to check your Chromebook or your computer that you're on in the download. Sure to see if it make a copy in your Google Drive, then you get a blue button. If it download right into your download, you will see that it's show right there, and you can just remove the extra copy. Okay, so actually I downloaded it 3 times, so now I'm going to remove all the extra copy. You may download the Annotate tool in your Chrome store and start marking on this paper. Another way that you can do this is you can use Zoom, and the Annotate Zoom in Zoom, this is what you're going to do. Okay, so to use the Annotate tool, what you can do is create a fake meeting in Zoom, and that way you can use the Annotate tool in Zoom. So either download an Annotate tool in your Chromebook, or you can click right here. See, once you logged into your Zoom account, you're probably on your profile page. You can click on the second tab down right underneath my bubble right here and click on meeting. And right here it says schedule a meeting. Okay, so you're scheduling a meeting just to use the Annotate tool, which may not be a good way to use.
Okay, name your meeting. This is just an example. Going to just leave it the way it is. Save. Okay, so that way you can use the Annotate tool here. Now there's some drawback to using the Annotate tool in Zoom, and I will go over that right now.
You know, to start a meeting by yourself so that you can use the Annotate tool. Okay. Just create a meeting, and what you're going to do is you're going to click share screen. You're working by yourself, so don't be shy. You're going to click on the desktop and then click on share, right? So you're doing this so that you can use the Annotate tool in Zoom. I have a Zoom camera up here, and I have the other recording camera that I'm doing the work to show you right here. So in Zoom, we got the Annotate toolbar now. You pull it up from your computer, okay? And what we're asking you to do is use this Annotate tool and start writing. You might have to drag some of these out of the way so you can start to write your name in, fill in the period, class period that you're in, and you don't have a group, so you can just leave this out. You can actually show your work right here. It may be easier to type it out, so I put the T in and I just hit type 6x equal 24. I can go ahead and write anywhere on this paper to show work. What I will do on both sides is I'm going to divide it by 6, right? So divide by 6. And remember to do it on both sides. So I'm going to either use the divisions with the 2 dot, or I can use the fraction and divide by 6. The inverse process of multiplying right here. 6 is multiplying x. So that's the inverse process there. You can see that I can even do a line, and I can do a straight line by using that option right there and make a straight line across. You can actually change the colors, but change the color before you make the line, right? So that the line can be the color that you want. Okay, now I can actually use this option to write in my answers instead of type. And so whichever is more convenient for you, you might want to also line up your equal sign here. And then 24 divided by 6, I get 4. So my answer here is going to be 4. So checking my answer, 4 times 6, 24. I'm going to go ahead and say this is done. I can move this paper up. Move the paper up, and what happened is that I need to click on this Annotate tool again, and now my check mark is in the wrong place. See, this part is now moved as well. So be careful when you are working on the Annotate tool in your Zoom. It will move when you move the papers. What I did is I put the answer of 4 right next to the first one, which we solved earlier, and you remember you see the work. We also checked the work together, so we put the check mark right here. Now we are decoding this message, and what you're going to do is that you're going to write the letter O anywhere you see the answer of 4. So I see the answer of 4 right here. Go ahead and use this curvy things to write in the letter O where I see number 4. Okay, so I see 4 right here, 4 right here, and remember to check all of the message. So after you decode your message, remember the message has to make sense. If one letter is misspelled, you know that that is the problem that we got wrong. So we can go back and check our work. All right. The worksheet usually have 2 sides to the papers. So you will see a front side and a back side. So don't forget to finish all your work. Make sure that before you click on that stop share button right here, you want to take a picture by doing the screenshot on your computer, or you can use your phone to take the picture of your completed work. Because once you hit stop share, everything will disappear. All that the marking that you did in Zoom will go away. So that's the drawback about using Annotate tool in Zoom. Hopefully we download an Annotate tool and we just write it and we can save those writing. So that's how we are going to complete our work on this worksheet or any future worksheet for distance learning. You can begin your work now.